In the vast expanse of the cosmos, humanity had finally clawed its way to the interstellar stage. For centuries, Earth had been a speck of dust in the grand tapestry of the universe, but with advancements in quantum propulsion and artificial intelligence, mankind ascended to become one of the youngest members of the Galactic Council, a coalition of civilizations spanning dozens of star systems. The Council was not a benevolent body. It was a rigid hierarchy governed by ancient races who viewed younger species like humans as inferior. Humanity's inclusion was begrudging at best, tolerated only because their technological prowess posed a potential threat if ignored. The Council's chambers on Vega Prime gleamed with opulent metals and crystalline structures, yet beneath its shimmering facade lay layers of political intrigue, manipulation, and cold calculation. Captain Leora Voss stood tall before the Council's tribunal, her crimson uniform stark against the pale luminescence of the chamber. Her presence was unexpected. Humans rarely addressed the Council directly, but she carried herself with an unshakable resolve. She was Earth's envoy, handpicked for this mission due to her reputation as both a diplomat and a warrior. Envoy, Voss, intoned Chancellor Kalis, a towering being whose serpentine form coiled around his obsidian throne. His voice resonated like thunder, amplified by unseen speakers. You stand accused of violating Article 372 of the Interstellar Accord, unauthorized deployment of classified weaponry within neutral space. Leora clenched her fists behind her back, maintaining her composure. Chancellor, I assure you, the weapon in question was deployed solely to defend our colony from hostile forces. It is within our rights under Article 148, self-defense against existential threats. Kalis's slit-pupiled eyes narrowed. Self-defense? Or aggression cloaked in justification? Your kind has always sought to expand, to conquer. We cannot allow such behavior to go unchecked. Murmurs rippled through the assembly. Some delegates nodded approvingly at Kalis's words, while others exchanged skeptical glances. Leora knew the odds were stacked against her. The Council despised. Unpredictability and humanity's rapid rise unnerved them. They saw her trial less as justice and more as an opportunity to send a message. Your actions have destabilized the quadrant, continued Kalis, rising slightly from his perch. And thus, we must act decisively. Envoys are extensions of their governments. Therefore, your punishment shall serve as Earth's lesson. Before Leora could respond, energy fields erupted around her, pinning her in place. Panic surged through her veins, but she forced herself to remain calm. This wasn't justice. It was execution masquerading as diplomacy. By order of the Galactic Council, Kalis declared, his voice echoing ominously, you will be terminated immediately. Let this act remind all civilizations that defiance comes at a cost. The chamber fell silent as a beam of searing light engulfed Leora. Her screams reverberated briefly before fading into nothingness. When the light dissipated, there was no trace of her left, only ash drifting into the void. Back on Earth, news of Leora's execution spread like wildfire. Public outrage boiled over, spilling into streets across every continent. Protests erupted outside embassies of allied alien species, demanding accountability. Governments scrambled to address the crisis, but one response eclipsed all others. Deep beneath the Arctic ice, a hidden facility hummed with activity. Known only as Project Erebus, it housed Earth's most devastating secret, a failsafe designed for scenarios exactly like this. The Annihilation Protocol. General Elias Kane paced the command center, his boots clicking against the metallic floor. Holographic displays flickered around him, showing real-time data streams and encrypted communications. He turned to face the assembled leaders of Earth's unified command. "The Council made a grave mistake today," Kane said, his voice low but laced with steel. "They underestimated us, thought they could cow us into submission. But humanity doesn't kneel. Not to tyrants, not to gods." A hologram of the Milky Way appeared, highlighting key star systems. "Erebus is ready. Once activated, it will unleash a wave of self-replicating nanobots capable of dismantling entire planets. Every member of the Galactic Council will feel the weight of their decision." President Elena Morales leaned forward, her expression grim. "Are we prepared for what comes next? If we activate Erebus, there's no going back. We'll be declaring war on the galaxy itself." Kane met her gaze without flinching. "We're already at war, Madam President. They just fired the first shot. Now it's our turn." Morales hesitated, then nodded. "Do it." Hours later, the skies above Earth darkened as massive orbital platforms shifted into position. From the surface, they looked like stars aligning, an ominous harbinger of what was to come. Across the planet, people gathered in silence, watching as the countdown began. When the signal was sent, Erebus sprang to life. Billions of microscopic machines launched into space, spreading outward like a swarm of locusts. Their target, every planet, moon, and station affiliated with the Galactic Council. Within days, reports flooded in from distant colonies. Planets once teeming with life were reduced to barren husks. Entire civilizations vanished in the blink of an eye. The Council reeled from the devastation, unable to comprehend how humanity had developed such power. Emergency sessions convened, desperate attempts to retaliate or negotiate, but it was too late. Earth had struck a blow so catastrophic that the balance of power in the galaxy shifted overnight. Amid the chaos, whispers of rebellion stirred among the lesser species. For eons, they had lived under the Council's oppressive rule, silenced by fear. But now, seeing humanity's defiance, they dared to hope. Resistance cells formed in secret, pledging allegiance to Earth's cause. On Vega Prime, Chancellor Kalis stared out at the ruined landscape of his home world. His coils tightened in fury and despair. Humanity had gambled everything, and won. For the first time in millennia, the Council faced extinction. As the galaxy burned, Earth stood resolute, its people united by grief and vengeance. They had proven themselves not as mere participants in the cosmic order, but as architects of their own destiny. And though the path ahead would be fraught with peril, one truth rang clear: no one messes with Earth and survives.